Hey everybody, it's Amber from Heritage Mom, and I just wanted to hop on really quickly and show you this book that my 6-year-old, soon to be 7-year-old son just adores. So this book is not cute. It does not have a nice cover. It's paperback. Mine's used copy. It's dirty. It looks like there was a sticker here. It is stamped with the UNC Press, University of North Carolina. But more importantly, as ugly as this book is, the fact that I'm on here making a video about it, it has to tell you how sweet the treasure is inside. So the book is called Toby. It was written by Stella Gentry Sharpe, and it was originally published in 1939. And it was revolutionary at the time. And the crazy thing is, it's still revolutionary to me today in 2020. So the book is, it's about a family. It's about Toby and his family. They are a farming family, and it goes through a series of, I wouldn't call them chapters, little vignettes, maybe just a page, 2 pages at the most for each one, with some type of activity. It could be a work activity on the farm. It could be something fun they're doing. And for the most part, it's very insular. It's focused on the siblings, the parents. There are a couple appearances. There's an appearance from a very sorry looking Santa Claus briefly, and I think one other person, if I'm remembering correctly. But for the most part, any other visitors outside of the family is going to be like a possum or a snake or something like that. It's very, very sweet. So you have your contents here, and you can see, again, they're not really chapters. It's just a page or so of each topic. And the book, instead of illustrations, it's all black and white photographs, and I just love it. The whole entire book is like this, y'all. And it starts out with Toby and his brothers. And so it says, this is Toby and his brothers. They live on a farm. They have many pets. Toby is not a big boy. He has no twin. Can you find him? And so we had fun looking for which one of these boys was Toby. And then you find out on the next page, this is the one that's Toby. And it says, I'm Toby. My real name is Clay Jr. Toby is a nickname. I am 6 years old. I go to school. We have fun on our farm, and I will tell you about it. And the rest of the book is about Toby telling you about the adventures he has with his siblings. And I just can't say enough good things about it. Let me show you some of the other pages. So these are a couple of his brothers. So there are 2 sets of twins in the family, which is amazing. Some more of the photos. And so it just goes on and on, showing some of their work, some of the things that they do, little adventures they take, and situations that they find themselves in. And I like the book. I liked it from the beginning. That's why I got the book. I read about it somewhere in a list of old books that featured African-American children. And I was like, oh, I got to get my hands on that. But then when my boy fell asleep with the book, he was taking it to bed with him when it arrived. And I just could not get over that. I was like, what is going on that this child is taking this book and sleeping with it? He was calling it his book and walking around with it. And so we started a little Beckett journal that is like the Toby book. So on the first page of Beckett's journal, he says, my name is Beckett, and I have a brother and 2 sisters, and I am 6 years old. And he just loved it because, and no, he could not write all that, y'all. It was copy work, okay? I was writing what he told me to write, and he was copying it, just keeping it real. So, but he loved this book so much that he wanted to create his own just like it. So there are, yeah, the book is not perfect. If you really wanted to get critical about it, there are some things that I review in my blog post about maybe some things that could be considered missteps or that weren't perfect about it. But the book was revolutionary for its time, and what I appreciate it for right now is that it's about a little black boy and his family and how they love each other and how they work hard and how they spend time together, and they just go about the regular, activities of daily life. And I won't even say without a care in the world. They had cares in the book, but it's just a sweet story. And it's very realistic. It's taking a snapshot of a family and showing the inside of African American family life. And that just hadn't happened before. And so often now, a lot of the books are about the struggle. And you guys know I've written about that before, and that's fine. I love books about the struggle of Black people, the struggles of Black people. We read them all the time. But sometimes my little boy just wants to fall asleep with Toby and just hear about him catching frogs and hopping around outside and going and helping daddy at the grindstone. And so I like the book that it gives us a little view into what farm life would be like, because my children are so far detached from that. But more importantly, that my son can see himself. Literally, he can open up this book and see himself in it. So to me, this book is the ultimate mirror. So I hope you'll look into it. It might be something, if you have a boy or girl, that they might love. I especially love it for the 6-year-old age, just because Toby is 6 and my son really related to that. But we used it as a reader. So he read this book out loud to me, and we did this book after Treadwell book 2. Treadwell Primer book 2, I think. Primer 2, if I'm saying that right. Is it Primer 2 or book 2? I don't know. We have 3 Treadwell books, and we read this book after the second one. And then he read the 3rd Treadwell book, if that gives you an idea of kind of the level of difficulty. And again, I'll show it one more time. So this is like the middle of the book. And the vocabulary gets a little bit harder as the book goes on, but and then stories tend to get a little bit longer, but that's not always the case. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Maybe it's something you can add to your home library. We love it. I'm putting this up there in our top 3 books for this school year. Talk to you later. Bye.